Hello everybody and welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This is Freya, my fuzzy co-star. My fuzzy co-star. And we're bringing you today's episode. As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Small family channel. Just love to talk about books. Love to bring you guys books, authors, anything. So please support us. We'd really appreciate it. We're going to do this anyway, but we really appreciate it. Also, in the comments or email us, reviewsin10@gmail.com. Send me any book suggestions, author suggestions, anything. Please, I've found and reviewed probably half a dozen to a dozen books that were sent to us either in comments or emailed to us. So please do so. So for today, I want to talk about book 7 of a series that just came out recently. Book 7 just came out recently, not the series. The First Defier. The First Defier. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the name of the author, but it'll be in the title of the video later. But this is book 7. It's a lit RPG series, and it is probably my favorite not probably, it is definitely my favorite lit RPG series. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm pretty sure that I've already reviewed at least one of the books prior to, in fact I know I have. So I'm going to skip my usual 4 categories, and I'm just going to talk about book 7 because it's just absolutely fantastic. And again, this is my favorite lit RPG series. It's got to be pretty good if it made it out to book 7. Book 8 is coming out soon. I mean, if it's ongoing, it's generally pretty good. This is absolutely amazing. I like this series more than I liked the System Apocalypse series, because to me that one really petered out for me near the tail end of it. So in this one, we rejoin our intrepid hero, Zachary Atwood, or Lord Atwood now, because he's now technically, I mean, he was already Lord of a small region, Port Atwood, but he's now technically the leader of Earth as the most powerful and the First Lord, and having the most power and allies and area under his control and so on and so forth. He is the lead. He is the lead, and he is the most powerful warrior on Earth. So we rejoin him in the mystic realm that he's been talking about for a few books getting into, and he got into it in book 6, and the demon seed that he is trying to get to, and most of the major enemies of his. Now he's still trying to prevent the extraordinary god level powerful creature that is trying to find Earth. He's still trying to prevent them from finding Earth, and in order to do this, he has to do a few things within this mystic realm. Now this mystic realm, it's a technocrat realm. It's considered a taboo thing by the system, so there's a lot of punishments, a lot of resistance just from the system while he's trying to do this, or while his sister's pretty much going down the pathway of a technocrat. And of course they're under the usual time crunch, the usual time constraint, trying to get to this demon seed and get control of it before the major bad guys get control of it, or even the minor bad guys, because you've got other races that show up that have been trapped in this mystic realm for centuries upon centuries upon centuries. You've got these great things, these great god-level creatures, these Lovecraftian creatures, like the Collector, just a massive tentacles that lives in the void outside this mystic realm, too powerful to fight. You've got the Administrator that is like a technocrat AI, but god-level almost, also too powerful to fight. So you've got all these things going against him. As powerful as Zach is still, in the grand scheme of things, a very minor power. He can be squashed like a bug, and he knows it. So he's always trying to gain more power, not because he's power hungry, he's just trying to protect Earth, and he needs to accomplish all of his goals in the mystic realm in order to protect Earth. He already knows he can escape if need be, but that doesn't do Earth any good. So the majority of the book, I'd say a good 2/3 of the book, deals with his travels, the remaining travels through the mystic realm, figuring more things out in this technocrat base, and then the ultimate fight for the demon seed that does not go the way you would expect it to go. In any way, really. No part of that fight goes the way I expected it to go, including just what ends up happening with the demon seed. I mean, none of it goes the way I expected it to go. Now, once that finishes up and Zachary manages to get out of there, we have a little bit of a time jump. We have a little bit of a time jump of a couple of years, which it's about time, honestly, because a lot of how he portrays the system, basically characters are looking at taking 1,000 years to go to the next stage of power kind of thing. And Zach is basically at stage 2, I don't know, maybe 6. And 2 to 3, you're looking at probably 1,000 years, century, maybe, for a genius level genius level prodigy like he is shown to be, although more lucky than anything else. So there's a little bit of a time jump and a little bit of calm before the next storm, and of course then we end up meeting Zachary's mother, who's been introduced or hinted at through previous books, and guys, she's a little bit of a biatch. So she makes a couple major events happen within the book, and unfortunately, at the end of the battle within the Mystic Realm, a couple of major events there happen as well. So Zachary once again finds himself pretty much alone. He is still a lord, but heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? He finds himself basically without his closest confidants, without his friends, family, peers. Even though he's the most powerful, there are some other extraordinarily powerful beings, and he ends up just isolated, and realizes that now he needs to once more get back into gaining power, getting stronger, finding a way to break through to the next level. He needs to continue doing that. And that's about the last quarter of the book as he begins doing that. And that's, by the way, fascinating. We finally start getting introduced to the greater galaxy, at least within this quadrant that Earth is a part of. While Earth is still technically shielded for a little bit longer, Zach has access to the rest of the galaxy. In fact, he has more access than just about anybody else. Now, again, as powerful as he is still not, he's nothing more than a minor power. So he's doing these travels to try and gain more titles, gain more allies, gain access to more resources, gain more knowledge. And again, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. The trials, the dungeons, the guilds almost that are created, that are starting to show up in the other worlds. It's absolutely fascinating. Plus, he still has his whole second side, his undead side, that he needs to explore, which kind of leads, you can tell that kind of leads into the fact that in Book 8, he's probably jumping into another mystic realm. I have a feeling it's going to go just as swimmingly as the first one did, so I can't wait for Book 8, which should be coming out fairly soon. But if you guys like litrpg, if you guys liked Downlong System Apocalypse, or just about any of those other major litrpg series out there, you have to check out the first Defier. In my opinion, to me, it is the best of them all. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.